The Premier League weekend starts here. It's Stoke against Sunderland, live for you, Sky Sports HD. Let's rejoin our commentary team. Don Goodman is with Rob Hawthorne.
Probably a sign of Sunderland's ambition. Lay off there by Asamoah Gyan. Here's Kieran Richardson, who's played all over the place again this season for Sunderland. Now Barclays, who's suddenly found his scoring boots, and he's found Asamoah Gyan here. And Richardson gives Sunderland a magnificent start inside 2 minutes. You can't get a better start than that.
Well, Stoke City, notoriously slow start, as it has to be said, but by their own standards, this is a slow start. They just don't deal with this ball in. It's a low ball in. There's only Asamoah Gyan in the box. He misses his kick completely. But Kieran Richardson, that's his role today, to support Gyan, to get forward at every opportunity. Seizes on the loose ball and unleashes a rocket from close range. It's a super strike, leaves Begovic absolutely no chance, and what a start for Steve Bruce's boys.
His fourth goal in 3 Premier League matches for Kieran Richardson. And a breakthrough for the away team, the first time that the away team has scored in the Premier League history of this fixture.
It's a pretty new game, isn't it, in Premier League terms? Nevertheless, that's an amazing statistic, isn't it? First time an away team has scored a goal, but he has been amongst the goals, and Darren Bent's departure was always going to need somebody to step up to the plate, and Kieran Richardson's done precisely that so far.
Collapse throw. Huth is the player coming in to challenge, and Gordon has lost out, and it's poked in by Carew. What a way to introduce himself to the crowd at the Britannia Stadium. A goal on his home debut for John Carew.
Well, he won't get an easier one, will he? Craig Gordon, he would have known what to expect here this afternoon. Told you, several variations. This time it's along the 6-yard line. Initially Asamoah does well, but goes straight up in the air, and you have to expect your goalkeeper to come and deal with that. Loads and loads of time to get to that ball, but he doesn't stay strong, Craig Gordon. Certainly the Stoke players in and around him. No foul, they just jump with him. He doesn't make it, and it's a simple tap-in for John Carew. He'll be absolutely delighted, and his team are level. Craig Gordon is going to be disappointed when he sees that. It's not very strong, but John Carew is in an offside position. Of that, there's no doubt.
So for the second time this season, a Rory Delap throw is a route to goal for Stoke City, and John Carew, the ultimate beneficiary. Gordon for 1 second best. He dealt with the previous ones well, but that time he lost out to Robert Huth. And when no foul was given, John Carew was right place, right time to take advantage.
But they didn't. They're still leaving 3 central defenders against 1 striker.
Huth here has to try and hold up Gyan, and he's lost out to him. It's Asamoah Gyan, and Sunderland are back in front. Stoke, architects of their own downfall. Huth out-muscled by Asamoah Gyan, who restores Sunderland's lead.
Well, there were architects in the first 2 minutes of the first half of their own downfall, and they're certainly architects in the first 2 minutes of the second half, because this ball has got to be dealt with from Robert Huth. Gyan does well because he stays on side, and then he stays strong, he stays physical with Huth, who overruns the ball and allows Gyan to turn inside. And once Asamoah Gyan has got the strength to turn inside, it opens up for him. And he's got a strong right foot, and it just unleashes it hard and low. And when you hit the ball that hard and you keep it around the goalkeeper's feet, very difficult for goalkeepers to save. And look what it means to Steve Bruce.
There's that attempt by the manager, was it, to repeat the Asamoah Gyan dance?
Yeah. He needs to leave it.
Gyan's third goal against Stoke this season.
Do get teams that you enjoy playing against, because as a striker, it's always trying to get into Craig Gordon's line of sight, isn't it? That's the idea.
Cannon bends it in towards Carew, and it's bowled in! Huth takes the credit for Stoke. The man who made the mistake that gave Sunderland their lead redeems himself.
Well, it's another messy goal from a defensive point of view. You can't take anything away from Jermaine Pennant's quality of delivery. Is anybody offside there? That's a very tight one, but Carew doesn't get, does he? Carew just gets there. I just wonder who gets the final touch. Carew it is. Does it come off his arm as well? It bounces down. Huth is close on the scene. It really doesn't matter from a Stoke City perspective. They're on level terms, and maybe it's the thigh of Robert Huth that takes that ball over the line and into the net. We should be able to see that here. Maybe just brushes him. The question then is he onside? Is he offside? Again, lots of questions to be asked from a Sunderland defensive perspective, but it's 2-2. Just a couple of minutes to go, and another Stoke set piece to deal with.
And it's Pennant who takes it, and Huth there again! Robert Huth has scored a double that surely earns Stoke the victory in stoppage time!
Well, we spoke about it, didn't we? This team just keep going and going and going, particularly here at the Britannia Stadium. They never give up, and they're always a threat from set pieces. It's another absolutely magnificent delivery from Jermaine Pennant, but Steve Bruce will be inquiring, where is the marking? Who is picking up Robert Huth? The answer to that is absolutely nobody. And they have suffered the ultimate punishment for not dealing with set pieces here this afternoon. All those hours and hours of practice on the training ground really do pay off.
It's taken until the 3rd minute of stoppage time, but for the first time in the contest, Stoke have the lead, and surely this time they have the lead for keeps, unless Sunderland have a sting in the tail. Free kick though given against Asamoah Gyan, who thought earlier in the contest that he'd won it for Sunderland. Steve Bruce maybe even thought that he'd won it for Sunderland, but sickeningly for him, it looks as though it's been snatched away. It's a fantastic victory for Stoke City. Real testament to their character that they were twice behind, and yet in the 3rd minute of stoppage time, Robert Huth, with his 2nd goal of the game, won it for them. He went in that second half from villain to hero. He gave away the goal to Asamoah Gyan that looked as though it might win it for Sunderland when they led for the 2nd time in the contest. But with 2 goals, one a mere deflection off Carew, and the second by turning in that stoppage time free kick, he has devastated Craig Gordon, he has devastated Sunderland and Steve Bruce, but he has won the points for Stoke. Stoke 3, Sunderland 2.